there was anything to take away from day three of the World Cup, it was that underdogs, they're here and they're going to be all of your big boys. Just saying. We had a bunch of games that the results were really surprising and the way that the teams have played was surprising. And I think it shows the quality of a lot of these smaller nations that they can actually play with the big boys. And the gap is kind of narrowing with the footballing ability from all these smaller nations. The first game of the day we had was Qatar versus Switzerland, and I'm gonna be honest, it did not go the way I thought it was gonna go, based off of my predictions that I had. I had Qatar finishing bottom of their group and Switzerland comfortably winning their group, and based off of the results, you'd think Switzerland in a bit rough spot now because Qatar, while they may be winning Asian Cups pretty frequently, um, but they're just not the best team on paper in their group. Um, Let me see here. What's their group again? Yeah, Canada, Bosnia and Herzegovina are also in this group, and you'd think that they'd be able to push uh, Qatar harder because they have a lot more people playing European uh, leagues. But I think Switzerland just kind of let themselves down in the first game. They ran all over Qatar, uh, but I think if there was a man of the match, it has to be the Qatari goalkeeper. He put on, I think, a Neuer-esque, like Buffon-esque, like just lights out, stopping everything. He was a bit unlucky with that pen. Just challenging the ball, just got there a fraction of a second late, and just gave away a pen. I mean, he has to go for that no matter what. Um, and then late in the game, guitar counter, get lucky with an old goal deflecting into the net, and the Swiss team's going to rue the 26 shots they had on target, or not on target, but just in total. And drawing to Qatar is going to be embarrassing, I think, for Switzerland and Swiss fans uh, when they should be probably walking this group with the team they have and the results they've seen in the past at other World Cups and Euros. But it's an amazing result for Qatar. I think that they can hold their heads high and see if they can try to even make it out of the group after a dismal showing at the last World Cup at their home soil. So look out for Qatar. I think they have an outside shout now to get out of the group. Next game of the day was Brazil versus Morocco, and I got to watch this inside a restaurant, which was really funny. Uh, but Morocco started out really hot, and then kind of swung really back into Brazil. It was kind of a game of two halves almost. Like Morocco was all over the first half, Brazil was all over the second half, but Morocco kind of fizzled out a little bit after they got their goal, while Brazil kind of really took off after that really insane Vinny goal. Um, but then in the second half, they kind of both just I don't want to say like took their foot off the gas, but like they couldn't find that extra gear to really take it ahead for both teams. Like the quality both of those teams have, they should be stepping up more and finding that next goal. If it wasn't for Allison, I think Morocco could have won this game uh, by an extra goal or two. He had a really good save at the end of the second half, I think, to deny Brazil taking the lead. But these two teams drawing, it's not the worst result. These are the best two teams in this group by far. Um, Haiti and Scotland are both probably outside shouts to get out of the group, and they're if I think once they play Morocco and or Brazil, the quality will see they'll probably see the quality that Brazil and Morocco usually have. So I don't think it's the worst result, but it is disappointing that the stars on both teams could not step no more. All right, for my game pick of the of day three was Haiti versus Scotland. I think this was an incredible game, Yeah, it was only Scotland only won by 1 goal, but Haiti had dominated from the kickoff all the way to the end. Yeah, Scotland had a few pretty good chances here and there, but Haiti were defending really well. They countered really well. They just needed that final pass to get in on net, and I think just if Haiti had like a really good striker, they could uh they could have gotten that goal that they desperately needed. They had a really good couple chances that were just denied by either really well timed block or like a goalkeeper save. Um, the first half though, they were kind of just I think a little bit nervy playing against a team like Scotland who had a lot of European uh, players like John McGinn who scored. He just came off winning a Europa Cup with Aston Villa, so he's just in really good form, and then continuing that form in the World Cup here with a pretty good finish. Um, and then I just think Scotland can be really happy with the way they played, and Haiti as well. Scotland, it's their first World Cup in like 20 years, and starting out with a win and starting off the group top over Brazil and Morocco, I think it can be something they can be proud of. And it gives them a good shout to uh, maybe potentially get into the top two. Um, as long as they play like they did today, really resilient, really rugged, they can get into the top two. And I think Haiti can hold their head high. It's their first World Cup in I think like 50 or so years, or it might be the first World Cup. I can't remember. Um, but they can play. They can hold their heads high. I think they can really take it to. If they can take it to Scotland, they can probably try to take it to a weakened Brazil team and a Moroccan team that's just not firing yet. So I think look out for Haiti and for Scotland. I think they're both good shouts to get out of their groups if results go their way. And then the last game, the midnight game we had here was Australia versus Turkey. And when looking at this graph here, you'd think that Turkey should have blown Australia out of the water. But no. Australia were set up like a bus in front of their goal and countered really quickly on whenever they got the ball and got a few good shots in. Two of them resulting in pretty good goals. Um, that first one was a really good tidy finish by the that player. Uh, I think Turkey with the amount of time they were on the ball and the amount of shots they had, yeah, most of them were blocked. I think they had one off the post. I could be wrong. I might be mixing up games here. There's 104 we're watching, so forgive me if I forget stuff. But like I said, it was a really good start by Australia to take a pretty early lead. Um, and then Turkey just not being able to do a lot with the ball. Um, the goalkeeper for Australia, just like the one from Qatar, just a really good performance, really keeping Turkey out, just blocking everything, saving everything, just like a one-man wall in that goal. It's just really good goalkeeping performance overall, just today. I think a lot of good stuff. It's a great start for Australia, as they're now in second, just behind the U.S. And Turkey now have an uphill climb because the U.S. is going to be a tough game, and Paraguay, who beat a lot of the big teams in South Africa, or not South Africa, South America, sorry, like Brazil, Argentina, in their qualifying uh, rounds. So like Paraguay are not a bad team, but so Turkey have a pretty uphill climb. So we'll see next week if they lose to Paraguay or draw Paraguay. I think they have a it's going to be really hard for them to get out of that group because Australia still have to play Paraguay, and I think the way Australia play, I think they can probably get into second place. I think they could. I think they can upset what everyone is saying. Hopefully, day five brings more of the dark horses. I love always seeing a dark horse, a little underdog. Really helps spice up, give good stories to the World Cup. It's always fun to see that. But yeah, bring on Curacao, up the Curaçaoians. I don't think that's the right word, but let's see him play. I want to see you take it to Germany tomorrow. Let's see it.